Welcome back to day 8 of the 12 days of Christmas with Brendan R Vlogs, also known as me. I'm Brendan. So today's not really Christmas themed per se, but it is an addition to the series that I'm doing, and I've never done one of this before, but I decided to do it today. So we are going to be doing what's in my bag that I use to carry every single day to work. Now it's not conventional because it is my camera bag. So I'm going to show you all what my bag has in it and why I carry all those stuff, but I am doing it in a vlog style. So I am not going to do it in the professional manner, but I am going to be doing it vlog style where I'm holding the camera and I will be talking to y'all behind the camera. So you're not seeing me, but you're seeing the stuff, but you hear my voice, and yeah. Okay, so this here is basically what I carry most of the time. Not necessarily this, but this is my bag here. So we are going to open this and see what exactly is in my bag, and yeah. So the reason this is here is because it is one of the things that I do carry, and it's open because I'm currently using the mic, and yes, it is a mic. So the mic goes here, the little hot shoe mount goes here, the dead cat and the cords and stuff goes over here, and that's it. This is a wireless receiver, so I can use this mic wirelessly if I wanted to, and it's great for like interview type scenes or moments that I need to do. And this is just oh damn, and this is just another mount that could be put on a tripod itself. Put the mic here, and yeah, that's basically it. And this is the Comica VM30. There's a new one that came out, but this works really well. I've had this one since this came out, and this was in 2023, I believe. Oh no, 2024. Yeah, this came out in 2024. As about a few months after it was released, I got this one, and I absolutely love it. And now for my big hefty bag. Now this thing weighs a lot, but thankfully I carry it on my back, and yeah. So it is a camera bag by Low Epro. Yeah, by Low Epro. I know it's upside down, but this is a camera bag, and we are going to start in this face zipper here. So here I mostly have my ND filters. So this is for this particular lens that I'm using, and well, this is just a little mount for my tripod, which I don't have on me currently. I have another ND filter which is for another lens, and it's just two ND filters, and that is basically it for this top part here. So just to save myself some time, I'm just going to put everything back how it was, so I can save myself that trouble of packing back up everything. So in the second pocket here, it's very hard to see because it doesn't stay open, but I do have my SD card case. I'll just push this here so I can rest it down here. I do have my SD card case. I do have a video on this particular case. Well, not really an in-depth because it's literally just a case, but I do have like a Christmas came early. This was actually part of my Vlogmas series about 2 years ago, and it still is here. It still works strong, and I still love this case very much. Very handy. I also have, if I can reach it right, I have my SD card reader. So it's also an basically an extension or whatever it's called, is to get more USB ports. It does have an HDMI on this as well. If it can focus, that will be very wonderful, thank you. And yeah, it's also an SD card reader, but I mostly just use it for the SD cards, and that's basically it. Stretching back again. Right, so this is a clamp. This is a clamp for my camera or even a microphone or anything that could basically be mounted on this. And then it has a little clamp where I just clamp it to anything that can work. It comes in very handy for any kind of creative shots or places that are hard for the tripod to go on. That that mount becomes very handy. Over here now, I also have, well, I have a little microfiber cloth that is out its packaging, and I have my whole rail system. So the camera mounts here, and then I have everything else attached to it with the rail system and whatnot. So that's there. I think that's in those pockets there. So here now, I have my top handle for the camera. And basically all these stuff are just the components I use to build up the camera rig itself. So yeah, it's in pieces right now because I don't need to have the rig. And yeah, so this is just the top mount. Stretching again. Right, so this is the mount for the monitor. So it goes on top of the rail, the top rail here, and then my monitor goes on top here. Gotta stretch inside here. Okay, so that's one, and there's supposed to be another one here as well. There we go. So these here are my side handles. So essentially, well, this is the wrong side because I normally have it this way because the logo faces front. But these are just the side handles to hold the entire rig, and there's two of them. So I put one on each side of the entire rig itself. And it's a deep pocket. Very deep. Nothing there. I have some stuff in these smaller pockets. There we go. Right, so this here is a NATO rail. So this was actually supposed to be on the camera cage itself, and this is where the top handle actually slides onto the NATO rail itself. So that's my little attachment there, and then I have some other attachments here as well. And these are just for any kind of miscellaneous lights, or if I want to position the mic differently, I can screw it onto these and whatnot. So I have these little bobble heads or ball heads where I can, this one is a hot shoe mount, and I put it through the hot shoe and it clamps there. Or this one I can physically screw it on to the cage, because the cage has a lot of mounting points, so I can screw this on as well. So I have that there, and that is honestly basically it for this second pouch here, and that is literally most of the stuff. I do have my monitor as well, which goes onto the monitor mount here. I do have that, but it's not in this bag. I have the mount in a separate case similar to the Comica case, and yeah. Okay, so I just took a few seconds just to pack back all the rig equipment back into the bag, just to save myself some time from cleaning it up afterwards. And on to the final part of the actual thing. And ta-da! So yes, there are spots empty, and that is because I am currently using some of the equipment here. But essentially I have my camera here, I have one of the lenses that I'm using here, and in my bag I have another camera here, I have another camera here, I have two batteries over here, I have a lens, I have a lens, I have a lens, another lenses go here. And that's basically all I have in this section of here. In this section, however, is basically all my battery components. So I have two dummy batteries here for the camera, I have two power banks here, I have I have a grip for one of the cameras, and it's very difficult to get. I'm not going through that, but essentially it's just a grip that goes underneath the camera to give it a better grip when taking out photos, because it's meant for photo taking grip wise. Yeah, so I have one of that. I rarely use it, but it does come in handy when I do a lot of photo shoots. So that's that. And yeah, that's basically about it in this section. So this lens I have is a 50 millimeters 1.8. I also have a Sigma, if I could find the actual right here. So this is a Sigma 30 millimeter 1.4, and this one is a Sony 55 to 210 f1.5 to 1 f4.5 to 6.3. Now this I more take for longer range shoots, so any pictures and stuff that I do in those car events, yeah, I use this lens mostly. And that is basically about it. Currently I am using one of the lenses, which is the Sigma 16mm f1.4, and the other camera that I'm using. So the two cameras I have currently, the one I'm using right now, which is a Sony a6400. This is another Sony a6400, and this is a Sony a6000. This is mostly used for my photography and whatnot, and these two I mostly use for my video. In here as well too, I just have another clamp just in case I want to clamp my phone onto it to get a different point of view, or even just for social media and whatnot. And I have some dead batteries here that I didn't put to charge as yet. Right, so that is basically it, and everything that I carry on a daily basis. That's basically what's in my bag. So with that being said, I hope you guys enjoyed. I know this wasn't really Christmas themed, but don't worry, it is the 20th. Christmas is coming soon, and we are going to have a lot of Christmas themed content. So hope you guys enjoyed. If you enjoyed this content, leave a like, a comment, your best part about it. If you all have any questions, feel free to ask. Follow my social media, and all these things I'm saying is free. So go ahead and do all those things, and I will catch you all in tomorrow's episode.